Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we have an exciting technical presentation lined up for you. We will be diving into the world of Spring Boot application and especially focusing on the fascinating topic of loan approval. I'm your host Ravi and let's get started. This loan application using Spring Boot with three type of technology. One is the Thymeleaf. It's the we are using HTML instead of JSP. This is the alternate to the JSP, and the H2 database, it's an in-memory database, and PDF generation using iText. Now the question is, why Spring Boot? Imagine you are working on a project that involves loan approval. You need a robust, efficient and user-friendly application to streamline the process. That's where Spring Boot comes in. It eliminates the need for extensive configuration, allowing developer to focus more on writing code and less on infrastructure setup. To support the Spring Boot and Thymeleaf engine, this is alternate to JSP. With Thymeleaf, we can combine HTML template with Java code and making your application more flexible and interactive. Now, how we can make and integrate Thymeleaf with Spring Boot? First, in the pom.xml, you have to write this piece, Spring Boot starter Thymeleaf, and in the HTML section, we have to write inside the HTML tag that xmlns colon th with that URL, and you can write the Thymeleaf. Okay, so this way, this that Thymeleaf is a richer presentation of HTML, right? So you see that this HTML is a very rich presentation. Now the second question is how we can integrate Spring Boot with the S2 database, right? It's an in-memory database. It provides a lightweight and efficient solution for storing loan-related data. Using in-memory database, we can achieve high performance and quick response time and ensuring a smooth loan approval process. Now, if we check that how we can see that H2 database, right? In H2 database, you don't have to install any software, right? So it's just H2 database. What you have to do, and pom.xml, you have to write pom.h2 database, right? And here in the application.properties, you have to give the necessary URL, right? JDBC colon h2 mem hdb, right? And you have to give the driver name like the JDBC or Hibernate, similar to here in the h2 database you have to write, right? So if we see that localhost here 8080 and h2 console, here I have that existing database what I have mentioned in the SQL, right? Here in the SQL, I have mentioned in the schema.sql inside the resources. So here I have written drop table if exist customer, employee, users, and create table also. So I have defined the schema. So the schema what I have defined here, you can see here admin, customer, employee, users, everything you can see here. So here you can see that initially there is no record, and after user from Spring Boot with Thymeleaf, you are submitting record that data entry in the database, right? And later you can see that data, right? And next part will be Spring Boot with that PDF generation using iText, and with that iText generations is very useful, right? PDF, we can whatever you have loan approval, you have to make that agreement, right? We need a PDF to give it to the client. To make that iText, you have to make that dependency com.itext PDF, right? And for the PDF generation, you have to put inside the resources folder, which is public, right? If you can put the same things inside the application itself, but when you are executing from Spring Boot Thymeleaf, or that is generated as a HTML, and if you are trying to download or navigate then it will search for the public folder only, right? So that's the reason I have to mention here. So SRC main resources static, and my name's like a folder name PDFs. Here is the input as the logo. I have given the logo of a truist, and the output I have also created. There is the output of PDF will be generated. So by default, Spring Boot serves the static files from the class path static and class path public, right? We can generate professional. So this way we can generate professional looking PDF document dynamically. This functionality allows us to generate loan approval letter, statements, any other necessary document automatically, and that will saving time and effort, right? So now let us see the flow of the page. So first thing is that after generating at the end of the loan approval, you have to make that refresh, right? You have to make that refresh it, right? So this static folder you have to refresh, then it will be visible to you. So now let us dive into a live demonstration of our loan approval application. I will showcase some of its key features and walk you through the workflow, highlighting how Thymeleaf, the H2 database, and PDF generation work together seamlessly. So here is the HTML, username, income, and the credit score I have given, right? So here I have given, and what is the rule? Here I have specified the rule that if the credit score greater than 700 and income greater than 50,000, we have given like some recommendation, like this is the loan recommendation, is the personal loan recommended with $1,000, right? And if it is other rule like greater than 650 and income greater than 40,000, then we are recommend like car loan as a $20,000 with a 6.5 interest rate. And if no condition match, we will make it like no recommendation. At the end of it, the download PDF loan agreement will be generated, and click on the download PDF, it will generate the PDF, right? So this way we can make it easily demonstrate our application, right? Let us see. So first thing is that is the loan, right? Localhost 8080 loan. And the second thing is that H2 console. This is H2 database DB2. Like H2 database, it's an in-memory database. Now test connection and connect. So first time, if you see that this is the customer table I have used. If you run the customer table, there is the no record, right? Now go to the localhost loan. Here I can write Rabi, and I can make it like income like 50,000 and credit score like 780. So here I can see that I have been recommended as a car loan, right? So what I have given 50,000, right? It's a, I mean, not greater than 50,000. So it will in the bracket, right? In the rule, this rule satisfied car loan. So I'm getting car loan, right? So here the loan agreement has been generated. Now here in the template, in the static part, in the PDF section, I need to refresh it. So here you can see that output.pdf has been generated. If you click on the download PDF, here you will see that it's a dear, it's a my name and congratulations, your loan amount $20,000 with interest rate 6.5 has been approved for the loan type car loan, right? So similarly, I can make another type, right? I can just like say Sweta, her income is 20,000, credit score is a 450, right? Let's see how it is. So no recommendation. Now again you have to refresh it. If you click here, you see that sorry, your loan has been rejected, and you see that the logo also there. Now again, if you write something different, say Shorodip, and income like 98,000 and 980, and click on the submit, so it is recommended personal loan and the loan amount 1,000. Again, you have to refresh it, right, and click on the download PDF. It will generate it with the interest rate 1,000 at 8.5 with the personal loan. So this way we can dynamically generate the PDF. Now let us revisit the application structure. The application structure, since it's a if you see here that pom.xml and the pom.xml, what I have written here, it's a 1.8 and Spring Boot starter wave, and since it's the H2 database, I have to write JPA, Spring Boot starter data JPA, and dev tool is for if you are making auto restart, but in the production it is not recommended, right? uh, but in dev performance you can do that. If you change anything, it will automatically compile and restart the application. So for H2 database, you have to make entries Spring Boot starter data JPA and com.h2 database h2 runtime, right? uh, Now other thing you can check H2 console here. Now if you execute that query, right, the database has already been generated. So for H2 database, you have to write this dependency H2 database and Spring Boot starter data JPA, right? And the next part is the Thymeleaf. This is the Thymeleaf. This is the alternate to the JSP. Now it will read from the class path template HTML file, right? And last one is the PDF generation, right? So PDF generation, and uh, this is the loan.html, right? So for demo controller, if you just making as a loan, right? So we are making entry like loan is the URL. If you are making loan, that URL that return loan, right? So if it is a string is a loan, if you go to the application.properties, spring.thymeleaf.suffix is .html. So loan, it will search for loan.html. So in the loan.html, we have just used that username, income, credit score, and submit. And finally, it's a save loan. Now again, it's a post method call. Go to the demo controller and the save loan part. So here is the model attribute. Here I have written the customer. So here it's the customer, and loan also that properties, right? Name, income, and credit score. And see that customer also name, income, and credit score. An interesting thing is that all that name is same, right? Name, income, and credit score. Loan also uh, its loan also have the same name, right? And finally it will store, and you see that customer, we have the JPA at the entity and the address table and the customer, right? And at generated value, if you see here that ID has been generated, and it's a auto generated 1 2 3, and credit score, income, and name has been created. And what I have given here, schema.sql, is the ID, name, email. So accordingly customer ID, name, income, credit score, here this is the customer table will be generated, and name, income, its income is the integer. Here you can see only the name will be the string, and the income and credit score is integer or is a number, right? It's a number or double, you can write it. So accordingly that table will be generated. This is the it's persistent, right? So this way we can store that data. And in demo controller, here what I have done is a recommendation. It's a simple rule, like we are passing that customer data. Here we are passing that customer data. is the passing that customer data, name, username, income, credit score. And based off that data, it will recommend. And loan recommendation, what are the fields? Is the loan type, loan amount, and the interest rate. So is the loan amount. If it is not recommended, then it is the PDF will be generated that loan has been rejected. If otherwise, PDF will be generated with the successful things, right? So is the generations, and the here in the generate PDF you have that all that how we are generating. And PDF writer, we are writing PDF writer get instance document file outstream and give that location where it will going to. So I have already mentioned that static PDF. So from here we get that logo also, okay. And so add logo, I have written here add logo document dot add PDF. We can give that position accordingly. And finally we are writing document dot add paragraph. So salutation, body message, and regards message 1 2 3. We can see that dear, uh, it's a dear string, body message, and other parts regards Truist Bank, Charlotte, NC. So this way we can make it, okay. And finally, if you see here in document controller, after generated loan recommendation, it will store in the view name, okay, as a customer data, and object as a uh, recommendation, okay, customer and the recommendation type, okay. So here in the customer data, it will go into the customer dot date hyphen data in the application properties. So view names customer hyphen data, and with that dot html, so it will go to the customer data dot html, right. So here in the customer, I have already stored customer properties, customer dot name, customer dot income, okay, and also recommendation. So there is a two fields, so two object, model object is the customer object and the loan recommendation. So two things I have incorporated in customer data, which I have saved in the model and view as a add object, okay. And before that we have already generated the PDF document, and we can view the PDF document. Thank you all for watching. We hope you found technical presentation insightful and informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Until next time, happy coding.